Good evening and welcome into St. Rita High School here in Chicago, where tonight it's a CCL clash between the St. Joseph Chargers and the St. Rita Mustangs. Hello everybody, I'm Connor Klingon and thank you for joining me tonight on Arena Sportsnet. Tonight's game should be a great battle as both of these teams come in having won 4 games in a row. The Chargers come in with a record of 15-8 and St. Rita sits at 14-10. Revenge will be on the mind of the Mustangs as they fell the last time these two teams played. There was plenty of significance to that game for St. Joe's as it was the 1,000th career victory for Coach Gene Pingatore. Coach Pingatore now sits at 1,018 victories after the win earlier this week against Loyola. That was a 38-33 triumph at home on Tuesday night. And the question is, can the Chargers keep it rolling, having won 4 in a row? Speaking of Coach Pingatore, I had a chance to talk to him before tonight's game and got his thoughts on the 4-game win streak and tonight's game against St. Rita as well. So here he is, Coach Gene Pingatore. All right, we're here with St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingatore before tonight's game at St. Rita Chicago Catholic League game. Coach, you guys are on a 4-game winning streak, a huge win against Loyola in what was really a tough and physical game. How impressed have you been with your team during this 4-game win streak?
Like I said last week, ask me after this game.
Can't jinx it.
This is the time of the year to get the team rolling, and we over the years have done that. They seem to be catching on, trying to do the right things, and hopefully it'll carry over to tonight. It'll be a tough game tonight.
And in that Loyola game, held them to just 33 points. Defensively, what has been the difference in these last few games?
I don't know if we did it. Their style did it. I mean, they take the air out of the ball from the standpoint of they don't shoot very quickly, but we stay with them. Our kids did a great job defensively, and we have been playing better defense. Again, let's see if it carries over to tonight. Different kind of situation. The people tonight are going to be not as patient, but they're going to be very, very good on the boards, a lot quicker. So it's a different kind of game.
Yeah, St. Rita plays definitely a faster pace. Do you think that'll be a tough adjustment going from that kind of slower style to the faster?
No. Kids will adjust to whatever. Defensively, we always tell our kids it doesn't matter what they run, we're going to play our defense the way we're going to play it.
And for St. Rita, Jordan Matthews has really been the star. He's not quite the prospect that his older brother was, but still a really strong player. How do you shut him down tonight?
You don't shut good players down. You try to shut down people who are not supposed to hurt you. That will happen. We have to do a good job on everyone else.
Definitely a key. And Jalen Boyd keeps the hot streak going against Loyola. He had 14. What has made him so effective in these last few games? He has really just been on fire.
He's been effective all year. Going into that game, he was averaging around 12. So he's been very consistent. He's been one of our more consistent offensive players.
And Jafari Brown has been a little bit quiet lately. Of course, early in the season, he was your leading scorer, really had some big-time scoring games. How do you get him back going into the flow of the offense?
Well, it depends on the kind of game it is. We like to distribute the ball, and we like to have 3 or 4 guys in double figures. That's the way it's been. But the style of the different games we played have dictated that. So.
And, Coach, obviously your focus is all on tonight on St. Rita, but the seedings did come out for the regionals and the regional matchup. What are your initial thoughts on the regional that'll be hosted at St. Joe's?
I won't even think about it until the season's over, to be honest with you. We're looking at tonight, and we're looking at the next game that would be tomorrow night, and that's the only way you can do it. So.
And just trying to keep that momentum going as you head towards that part of the season.
You start looking ahead, you start losing, and all of a sudden now you got to deal with that.
Yeah, and but you obviously don't have any worry about the players thinking about that at all.
No, not at this point.
Certainly a focus group. Coach, keys to a victory on the road here tonight.
Same thing. Shot selection, boards will be a key factor, and defense.
Coach, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
John.
Thanks again to Coach Pingatore for taking the time out before tonight's game to chat with us As always, Coach Pingatore doing a great job this season of keeping us informed on everything involving the Chargers. And as he said, St. Rita will bring a much different style to the table compared to Loyola, who the Chargers took down earlier this week. That was a 38-33 ball game. We could expect this ball game to get into the 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s. Be a faster paced game. Could see some up-tempo, a lot of transition basketball between these two teams. Some more athleticism on the floor for St. Rita, as well as that height that they have. The Mustangs are led by star senior guard Jordan Matthews. And Jordan Matthews, as I mentioned in the interview with Coach Pingatore, he is the younger brother of Charles Matthews, who was a highly rated prospect in his time here at St. Rita. Committed to play for Kentucky, was there for his freshman year, ended up transferring to Michigan, and this season he's having a great season for the Wolverines up in Ann Arbor. But Jordan has proven to be more than just a younger brother this season for St. Rita, averaging nearly 15 points per game, a dynamic scorer, and the Chargers have seen quite a few of those types of players this season. When you look at players like Perry Cohen as well as DJ Stewart, always some tremendous talent in the Chicago Catholic League, and the Chargers bring some talent of their own. But as Coach Pingatore said, the Mustangs have plenty of size in the form of 6'8 forward Cameron Bartman and 6'7 guard Jeremiah Oden. It's not too often that this St. Joe's team has difficulty rebounding the ball, but with the size of this St. Rita team, the Chargers will have to work pretty hard on the glass in order to win that rebounding battle. Well, during the 4-game win streak for the Chargers, Jalen Boyd has been the standout, as I asked Coach Pingatore about in the interview. The last 3 games, Jalen's averaging over 17 points per game, as he had 20 in the win over St. Charles North, had 18 before that against Mount Carmel, and then in the last game against Loyola had 14 points. Jalen Boyd really loves that spot on the baseline, that 10 to 15-foot jumper, always seems to find a way to get open, and he's going to nail that shot most of the time. But against a higher-scoring team in St. Rita, the Chargers are going to have to find another option on offense. As Coach mentioned, they need a few players to be in double digits, like to have 3 to 4 players in double digits per night. They can't just rely on 1 to 2 players to pick up the slack scoring the basketball. Jafari Brown was the leading scorer early on this season. Actually had a game where he had over 30 points early on when the Chargers started 5-0. But recently he's been a little bit inconsistent, only had 4 points in the win over Loyola. Now certainly Loyola is a tough team to score against with the way that they defend and the way that they play the game at a slow pace, keeps the scoring down. But can Jafari Brown get back to that player that he was in November and December, where he was leading this Chargers offense, scoring 20-point games on a regular basis? Because if they can get Jafari Brown back to that level, that would be a huge key rolling forward into the playoffs. Of course, the Chargers have just 3 games remaining before the IHSA playoffs begin. They have tonight here at St. Rita. Tomorrow night, they will host St. Pat's for senior night, and we will have that one here for you on arenasportsnet.com. That should be a lot of fun. Senior night, always a great event for St. Joe's. And speaking of those IHSA playoffs, the pairings were announced for all of the regionals across the state of Illinois, but St. Joe's will be hosting a regional this year. It'll be part of the Riverside Brookfield sectional. The Chargers will host St. Ignatius in a regional semifinal on Wednesday, February 28th. The winner of that game will go on to take Chicago powerhouse Whitney Young. Now, of course, Whitney Young does have to win one more game, but as the 2 seed, it is pretty expected that they're going to come away with a victory in that regional semifinal. Certainly it'll be a challenge, but the Chargers did square off with Whitney Young over the summer and went toe-to-toe with them. Just a one-possession game, really, in that summer basketball, and the Chargers have shown this season they can go up against the best in the Chicagoland area and be right there with them. If you go back to that game against Orr, Chargers ended up losing by 10, but that was a game that was tied at half, really close throughout, and Orr just pulled away at the end. But tonight against St. Rita, the Chargers looking to prove something, that they can keep this consistency going, get that win streak back up to 5, which would be the first 5-game win streak since the Chargers started the year at 5-0. They currently sit at 15-8. Well, at this time, we'd like to thank the St. Joseph Basketball Alumni Association for being the official sponsor of St. Joseph Chargers basketball on Arena Sportsnet. As always, a big thanks to Mark Cisetti for beginning the process of getting this basketball season on the air. Mark has been a huge help all season long. We'd also like to remind you to consider donating to the Annette Pingator Fund. The Annette Pingator Fund is named for Coach Pingator's mother and provides aid to a number of St. Joseph students. For more information, contact Kathy Taylor at ktaylor@stjohs.org. Also, keep in mind that April 21st is Casino Night, and that will be held at St. Joseph High School. It's a great fundraiser for the school, a lot of fun, just really a tremendous event all around. So consider coming out to the high school for Casino Night on April 21st. As I mentioned earlier, the Chargers come in on that 4-game win streak. Certainly the most impressive victory of that streak came on Tuesday night against Loyola Academy, a team that has been ranked in the top 20 of the Chicagoland area by a number of different polls. In fact, the Comcast Sportsnet NBC Sports Preps poll had them in the top 10. And that was a team that had just 4 losses coming into that game. The Chargers handed them their 5th loss of the season. But here at St. Rita, can the Chargers prove that consistency and get a big-time win tonight? Any game in the Catholic League is going to be extremely difficult, especially when you have 2 teams that are on 4-game win streaks. But right now we're going to have the national anthem, the opening prayer, and then the national anthem. Great performance of the Star Spangled Banner by the St. Rita Pep Band, and now we will have the starting lineups here from St. Rita. And they will give the Chargers lineup first. It'll be the usual crew, 5 seniors in the starting lineup for Coach Gene Pingator. The Boyd twins of Jalen and Jordan, Jafari Brown, Ahmad Muhammad, and Chance Aldridge. A lot of consistency between those 5 starting the whole season for this Chargers team. All that experience in 4 years of being under Coach Gene Pingator. And I asked him before the season, had he ever had a 5 senior starting lineup? And his answer was he didn't think so. But certainly it has proven to be a luxury at times like this when you're coming towards the end of the season and you need players who have composure and are focused and are ready to go on that IHSA playoff run. And that'll be the St. Rita starting lineups. Joel Watts, the sophomore, young player, but he has been impressive and earned that starting spot. You have Layden Gladney. Gladney at 6'5". Cameron Bartman at 6'8". And then Jordan Matthews, the star of this Mustangs team. And the coach of St. Rita is Gary DeCesar. Great program here at St. Rita. Two really outstanding programs in the Chicago Catholic League squaring off tonight here in Chicago. It's a big lineup for the Mustangs, and the question is, can the Chargers win some of those battles on the glass? The Chargers have plenty of size themselves with Jordan Boyd at 6'6", Jalen Boyd at 6'4", Jafari Brown at 6'3", Ahmad Muhammad at about 6'1", and Chance Aldridge maybe just a hair under 6 feet. Jordan Boyd will take the tip going up against Bartman. And Bartman wins it for the Mustangs. And Jeremiah Odom will start off the offense for St. Rita. Odom now to Matthews on the left wing, guarded by Muhammad. Back for Odom, top of the key. Now they go for Bartman, mid lane. Hands off for Watts. Watts fakes the shot, dishes back out. Now it's back to Watts, top of the key. Tries to drive, then dribbles back out beyond the three-point arc, and then hands off for Matthews. Matthews over for Odom in the left corner. Now Watts at the top of the key. Watts dribbles to the right side. A three-pointer on the way from Odom is off the mark. Rebound is handled by Ahmad Muhammad for St. Joe's. Chargers start with the ball on the right wing with Jafari Brown. Now it's Jalen Boyd over to Muhammad. Muhammad on the left wing. Now it's Aldridge at the top of the key. Aldridge for Jordan Boyd, backing his way in on the left wing. Now Muhammad, top of the key, fakes the three, drives, tries to dish out, tipped, out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Joe's. They will inbound from the sideline near the right wing. Muhammad into Jafari Brown in the backcourt. Over a minute gone in this first quarter. No score between St. Joe's and St. Rita. Here's Jalen Boyd at the free throw line. Faced a double team. Now out Aldridge. Right wing three. Can't get it to go. St. Rita running with it now with Matthews. Matthews trying to drive to the bucket. Scooped it up, and he is fouled on a lay-in attempt. Looked to me like he may have been fouled on the floor, but they called it a shooting foul, so that is the first foul on the Chargers. And it's on Ahmad Muhammad. That's his first. 2 free throws here for Jordan Matthews. And Matthews swishes the first. For the first point of the ballgame for either team here with 6:37 to play in the first quarter. Second free throw for Matthews. Also nothing but net. He goes 2 for 2 from the line to make it 2-0 St. Rita, and the Mustangs will bring out a full court press. Chargers able to break it easily. Jafari Brown pulls up for a short jumper off front iron. Rebound is tipped, and the Mustangs have it with Matthews. Matthews pushing in transition, tries to split a defender. It's stolen by Jafari Brown. Nobody with him, and he has the right-handed lay-in for 2. So we're tied at 2 with 6:15 to play here in the first quarter. Joel Watts controlling the offense for St. Rita. Now it's Odom on the left wing. Odom hands it off for Matthews. Now they dish it back for the sophomore Watts. Watts dribbles around the three-point arc, then dishes off to Odom. Odom tries to drive. Offensive foul as he extended the elbow there on the dribble. Full court press here from the Mustangs as the Chargers are back with the basketball. To Jordan Boyd all the way in the front court. Boyd driving on Bartman, tries for the reverse lay-in. May have been partially blocked, and now Watts brings it the other way for the Mustangs. Watts stops at the free throw line to reset the offense. We're tied at 2, 5:45 to play first quarter. Matthews top of the key, now back for the sophomore Watts on the left wing. Watts guarded tightly by Aldridge, gets around him, but then runs into another defender in the form of Ahmad Muhammad. Now it's Bartman at the free throw line, right side. Hands off for Matthews. Matthews dribbling now for Odom in the right corner. Back for Matthews, fakes the three, then takes a long two-point jumper and nails it. So Jordan Matthews has the first 4 points for St. Rita. 4-2 Mustangs here with just over 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Jafari Brown with it between the circles. Now for Jordan Boyd on the right wing. Ahmad Muhammad, right baseline jumper, and he got the roll. Knotted up at 4 with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Watts brings it up the floor for the Mustangs on the right side. Now for Matthews, right wing. Oden, top of the key. Now left wing, Oden. Back for Matthews. Matthews down to Bartman, off glass and in with the hook shot. And Bartman has plenty of size. If he gets that position, it's going to be easy for him. 6-4 Mustangs with 4:40 to play in the first. Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing. Muhammad, top of the key, Jordan Boyd. Now Jalen Boyd back with it left wing. Boyd will dribble back around between the circles and then dish off to his brother Jordan on a bounce pass. Jordan Boyd standing in the left corner now looking for a pass. Top of the key, Aldridge. Aldridge for Jafari Brown. Short jumper on the turnaround. Air ball. And then a jump ball on the rebound attempt. Nice hustle play there from Jordan Boyd, forcing the jump ball as Gladney had that in his hands. And Boyd was able to get a hand on the basketball as now Malik Anderson checks in for the first time tonight. Ahmad Muhammad will head to the bench with his one foul. Inbounds immediately into Jordan Boyd, and he is fouled. And Boyd will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw from Jordan Boyd is there. 4:15 to play, 6-5, and Jordan Boyd's second free throw is long. So the Mustangs retain the 1-point lead with 4:10 to play. Three-pointer from the corner is long from Oden. Chargers running the other way with it with Anderson. Anderson dribbles behind the back, then dishes Chance Aldridge. Long baseline jumper off the mark. Rebounds tipped around, and Jalen Boyd has it. Second chance here for the Chargers offensively. Aldridge between the circles to Malik Anderson. His left wing three is long. Rebound was nearly saved by Jalen Boyd, but his foot was on the sideline. St. Rita will take back over as Muhammad checks back in for Anderson. 6-5 the score. St. Joe's trailing by 1 with 3:47 to play in the first quarter. Matthews brings it up the floor for the Mustangs on the right side, guarded tightly by Muhammad. St. Rita moving from left to right here at their home gym. Here's Watts now. Matthews back in the left wing, down for Bartman. That hook shot again off the glass, this time from the left side. And if he can get that position all night, that's going to be tough for the Chargers. He already has 4 points, 8-5 Mustangs. Aldridge quickly up the floor the other way for the Chargers. Now top of the key, Jalen Boyd. Boyd looking for a pass to his brother Jordan Boyd on the left wing. Boyd with the dish into Muhammad close. Short jumper, nothing but net. Ahmad Muhammad with 4 of the 7 points for St. Joe's already with 3 minutes to play here in the first. Here's Oden. Top of the key now, Matthews. Being bothered by Ahmad Muhammad. Dish down for Oden in the right corner. Back now for Gladney. Watts on the left wing. Back for Oden, top of the key. Oden hands back off for Matthews. Matthews with the dish down to Bartman. Bartman had it stripped away. Here's Jalen Boyd up to Chance Aldridge, and he lost his footing, and it's stolen away by Watts. Watts brings it the other way for Rita. Now in the right corner for Oden. Oden drives baseline, and then the dish off to Gladney, off glass and in. And Gladney has his first points of the ball game. It's 10-7 St. Rita. Chargers break the press ahead to Jordan Boyd, and he is fouled as he was in a double team, and there was a reach in there. That foul is on Bartman. His first, the second on the Mustangs as a team. Aldridge on the inbounds, into Jordan Boyd. Boyd turns, spins, puts it up, and draws the foul. Nearly got the bucket to go as well, but he'll take 2 free throws. And that foul is on Gladney, the third on Rita as a team, and the first on Gladney. Jordan Boyd 1 for 2 from the line so far tonight. First free throw is good. 10-8 the score now. St. Rita with a 2-point lead with 2:10 to play. Second free throw from Jordan Boyd. Got the roll. 10-9 the score. St. Rita back with the basketball now. Odin on the right wing for Watts. They look down low for Bartman. Goes off glass again. This time it's too hard. Rebound to the Chargers, but then they lost it trying to move too quickly, breaking that press, and it's stolen by Matthews. Matthews at the top of the key, setting up the offense for St. Rita. Matthews was looking for Bartman there off of the screen, but he didn't get open enough. Now Watts drives, puts up an acrobatic scoop shot high off the glass, and somehow got it to go. What a play by the sophomore, but now Jafari Brown is open in transition and has the lay-in the other way. 4 points already for Jafari Brown in the first quarter. It's a 12-11 ball game. St. Rita still with the 1-point lead. 1:20 to play here in the first quarter, and a foul called off the basketball. It's on Jordan Boyd. That is his first, and the second on the Chargers as a team. Jalen Boyd will re-enter for his brother Jordan. Inbounds to Matthews. Matthews on the right wing to Watts. They swing it back around for Odin. Now Gladney in the left corner, trying to go back to Matthews. Bounced off his foot, but the Mustangs keep possession here with 1:10 left in the first quarter. In the right corner now, Odin. Odin at the top of the key for Watts. Watts guarded by Aldridge. Watts looking for the pass. Tipped, almost stolen. Mustangs keep it, and then wide open under the basket is Jeremiah Odin, and he finishes easily for two. 14-11 Mustangs, and now the Chargers nearly lost it with Jafari Brown, but Ahmad Muhammad picks it up, then pulls up for a jumper. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Hardaway, who entered the basketball game. Had it blocked away. Now wide open in the front court is Watts for the Mustangs and has the left-handed lay-in for two. 16-11 Mustangs here with 32 seconds to play in a high-scoring first quarter. Chargers will hold for the last shot of the first quarter. Jafari Brown dribbling around the midcourt stripe. 20 seconds to play now in the first. Dipping down to 15. Jafari Brown still with it, facing a double team. Ahmad Muhammad now will dribble back around the left wing. 10 seconds left. Jalen Boyd in the left corner. Down to 8. We're down to 5 now. Muhammad with the basketball on the left wing. Drives to the basket. Got all the way there. There was some contact. Nothing called. Ahmad Muhammad was hoping to get it. It went off of St. Rita, though. No, they've changed it. It actually went off of the foot of Ahmad Muhammad after it was blocked, but there was quite a bit of contact there, and nothing called, though. So St. Rita will have it with 1.9 left here in the first quarter. Long inbounds pass stolen by Jafari Brown. Half-court jumper is high off the backboard, no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. St. Rita leading it 16-11 in a fast-paced first. We'll be back with more here on Arena Sportsnet in just about 30 seconds. Welcome back here to Arena Sportsnet, live from St. Rita High School in a CCL Blue battle between two teams on 4-game win streaks. St. Rita off to a fast start in that first quarter, leading it by 5, 16-11. But I mentioned the pregame. The Chargers need to get Jafari Brown going offensively. Had 4 points in that first quarter, so that's a good sign for him. Ahmad Muhammad also had 4, and Jordan Boyd had 3 for the Chargers for their total of 11. For St. Rita, Cameron Bartman had 4. The big man at 6'8", using that hook shot off the glass, and Bartman has it on the left wing now for St. Rita as they start with the basketball in the second quarter. Here's Odin looking for a pass out. Watts, long three from the sophomore. The rainbow shot is good. Joel Watts, the sophomore, gives St. Rita an 8-point lead, their largest of the ball game. Now the Chargers the other way with Malik Anderson on the left wing. Drives, dishes. Jordan Boyd driving baseline and somehow gets it to go between two defenders. So Jordan Boyd pulls the Chargers back within 6. Mustangs moving quickly the other way with Bartman. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Odin. Nearly lost the ball. Tries to dish back out for Matthews. Now Watts for another three. He got it again. Joel Watts, the sophomore, has 10 points already. 22-13 Mustangs, and the Chargers need to get under control here. Can't let this one get away in the first half. Jafari Brown between the circles at the top of the key. Now to Jordan Boyd on the right wing. Jalen Boyd now spinning his way in the middle of the lane. Back for Jafari Brown on the right wing. Brown trying to cross his man over. Spins, loses the basketball. It's gained back, and what a pass wide open underneath is Jafari Brown as Malik Anderson found him. And Jafari Brown already with 6 points, but now a foul on the other end. And that's on Jordan Boyd. That's his second. With 6:36 here in the second quarter, and Jordan Boyd may have to head to the bench here soon with those 2 fouls. Mustangs with the basketball with Matthews. Now it's Odin with a mid-lane jumper off the mark, rebound by Jordan Boyd. Chance Aldridge looking to push ahead to Jalen Boyd on the baseline, off glass and in from the left side. Jalen Boyd has his first points of the night. St. Rita lead is cut to 5, 22-17, 6:15 to play in the second quarter. Watts trying to drive all the way to the basket, got the roll off the glass, and what a night it's been for Joel Watts this far, already 12 points. 24-17 the score. Now Jafari Brown pulls up for a short jumper. He got it. 8 points for Jafari Brown already. He must have been listening to the pregame. 24-19. St. Rita still with a 5-point lead, just under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Mustangs with the basketball with Matthews on the right wing. Now it's Odin for 3 from the left wing. Long rebound by Ihajirika. And then they dish off for Gladney, who has it off the glass. And Gladney has 4 points. And then a timeout is called by Coach Pingator. 26-19 the score. No, not a timeout. Rather, that was an official timeout for a brief moment. 26-19, St. Rita with a 7-point lead, bringing somewhat of a full court press. Here's Muhammad on the left wing for Jalen Boyd, left corner, trying to dish off. It's stolen away by Ihajirika. Ihajirika off the glass and got the roll. Ihajirika has his first points. Now coming the other way is Jalen Boyd. He's fouled. This is a up and down, fast-paced basketball game, folks, and St. Rita with the 9-point lead right now. Maybe an adjustment for St. Joe's coming off of the game Tuesday night against Loyola. Very slow half-court game. This game has been up and down the floor at a rapid pace. 2 free throws here for Jalen Boyd. First one can't get the roll, as now Jordan Boyd will head to the bench with those 2 fouls. Antonio Hardaway will come on for him. Second free throw from Jalen Boyd is good. 28-20 the score. St. Rita with the lead with just over 5 minutes left in the first half. As a pass into the front court is tipped out of bounds by Muhammad. St. Rita will keep it inbounding from just around midcourt on the right side with Raymond Falk. Falk with the inbounds into Millender. Millender just past half court on the right side. Guarded by Ahmad Muhammad. Now Watts. Watts has been the star thus far for the Mustangs, already with 12 points. Watts on the right wing, fakes the 3, decided against it, dishes off for Millender. Millender on the left wing now, 4:40 to play, 8-point lead for the Mustangs, and they have the ball. Millender around the midcourt circle, back for Watts left wing. Watts fires up another 3. He got it again. He has made 3 3-pointers in the second quarter alone. It's an 11-point lead for St. Rita as a foul is called on Raymond Falk, a blocking foul, as he ran right into Jafari Brown. 31-20 the score. St. Rita with an 11-point lead with 4:26 to play here in the second quarter. Ahmad Muhammad will inbound from the left side. Jafari Brown setting up the offense for the Chargers. Now back for Muhammad on the left wing. Back to Aldridge at midcourt. Muhammad dishes baseline. Jafari Brown tries to put up an off-balance shot, had it blocked and stolen away. St. Rita with Watts, another three. This one's off the mark. Rebound by Muhammad. Muhammad with the Chargers in transition. Jafari Brown thought about the three, decided against it, and dishes back for Aldridge. Now Brown in the left corner. Brown backing his way in on Falk. Now Muhammad left wing. Chargers reset the offense with Aldridge. Muhammad left wing. Zone defense here for St. Rita. As the pass goes off the hand of Hardaway, it's stolen away by Rita. And then Millender was fouled. That's on Jalen Boyd. His first and the fourth on the Chargers of the team. 3:40 to play, 31-20. St. Rita with an 11-point lead. Millender will hand off for Watts. Now it's Watts in the mid lane. Ahijikira spinning his way now to the basket. Can't get the roll. Rebound is battled for. Jump ball. Possession is pointing the way of St. Joe's. So the Chargers will have it. Trailing by 11, 31-20, 3:19 to play in the first half. Bit of a full court press here from St. Rita. Aldridge on the left side, cross court for Muhammad, and he goes back cross court for Aldridge on that left side. Left corner Boyd, back for Aldridge left wing. Between the circles, Muhammad, now Brown on the right wing. Jafari Brown back for Chance Aldridge. Aldridge dribbling around the three-point arc. Now dishes Muhammad in the left corner, back for Aldridge. Muhammad again, he'll take a left corner three. That's long. Rebound is tipped and saved somehow by Millender for St. Rita, and now they'll run with it in transition. Millender off for Falk, right corner three, long. Rebound is taken by Rita. Now Watts will take a three from the left side. This kid is on fire. 4 3-pointers in the second quarter. And he has 18 points in the second quarter. Unbelievable. This kid is a sophomore. 34-20. St. Rita, 2:37 to play in the second quarter. A timeout for St. Joe's, and it's been the Joel Watts Show so far. We'll be back with you in about 15 seconds here on Arena Sportsnet. What a performance so far for the sophomore from St. Rita, Joel Watts. 18 points with 2:37 to play in the second quarter. Chargers break the press into the front court with Jalen Boyd on the right wing. Now Aldridge back on the other wing. Aldridge to Brown near the midcourt circle. Brown dribbles away to the right side. Now Muhammad right corner. Baseline, Aldridge dishes for Boyd just to the right of the basket, off the glass and got the roll. 34-22 the score now with 2:15 to play. Chargers trailing by 12. Watts on the right wing. He's the man they want to shoot it, and he shoots it again. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? His fifth three-pointer. He has 21. 37-22 Rita. Can Aldridge respond with a three of his own? Oh, no, he can't get the roll. The rebound to Ahijikira. Now it's Falk in the right corner. Decides against the three and drives to the basket. Can't get the roll. Rebound and up ahead to Jafari Brown in the front court. Brown was fouled as he goes up for the basket. Joel Watts has made 5 3-pointers in the second quarter. You don't see this type of performance often in college basketball, let alone high school. 5 threes in a quarter. Jafari Brown's first free throw is good, and the Chargers need to find a way to shut down Watts. Jafari Brown already with 9 points tonight, but it hasn't been enough so far. Thankfully for the Chargers, Watts is getting a break on the bench. Second free throw is also good from Jafari Brown, so he has 10. 37-24. Chargers trail by 13 with 1:40 to play in the second quarter. Jordan Matthews, he's been relatively quiet tonight, and Matthews dribbles on the right wing, guarded by Muhammad. Matthews with the dish off for Odin left wing. Back for Watts. He is on the floor. That was my mistake there. He did not head to the bench, and why would he with 21 points and a reach-in foul called on Anderson. That is his first. That is the fifth on the Chargers as a team. 1:21 to play, second quarter, 37-24. St. Rita, the Mustangs have the ball. Matthews will inbound it into Ijakira. Ijakira nearly lost the basketball, trying to find a pass out, looking for Watts, and he just puts up a crazy jumper, and somehow he got the roll, and it's a three. Ijakira somehow scores 40-24 St. Rita. It's been that kind of night for the Mustangs. Everything is falling. It's 40-24. Malik Anderson at the top of the key to the corner for Brown. Brown in the right corner for Hardaway. Hardaway spins his way, finds space. The short jumper is up and in. 40-26, 40 seconds to play in the half. St. Rita with a 14-point lead, and the ball with Watts on the left side, guarded by Anderson. Watts dishes off for Millender. Millender dribbles around the three-point arc to the right side. Now for Matthews, top of the key with under 30 to play in the half. Now it's Gladney. Gladney on the handoff for Millender. Millender trying to get by Jafari Brown. Gets a screen. Has a little bit of space on the left wing. Decides against a shot with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Millender spins his way. 10 seconds left in the half now. Millender trying to find space. Dribbles down to the right side. Now it's out for Watts with 5 seconds. Watts dribbles around near half court. Ijakira throws up another three. He got it to go, and he was fouled. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Stedman, Ijakira, or Ihajarika rather, is going to have a chance at a 4-point play with half a second to play in the half. Unbelievable. The three-point shooting in this quarter from St. Rita. Can't make the free throw, and that'll do it for the first half. St. Rita leads it 43-26, and they have been shooting the basketball lights out. And really, you can't say, it's one of those nights where it seems like no matter what St. Joe's does defensively, St. Rita just finds a way to make these three-pointers, and especially the ones from Ihajarika have been just miraculous shots. Now, Joel Watts made 5 three-pointers in that first half. Ihajarika had 2 three-pointers of his own. So 7 threes in that first half for St. Rita. 7 three-pointers. Good for 21 of their 43 points. Now for St. Joe's, Jafari Brown has 10 of the 26 for the Chargers, but they cannot keep up with this incredible shooting display from St. Rita thus far. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. Join us back at 7:35 p.m., and we will preview the second half and bring you the second half here from St. Rita. 43-26 the score at the half. St. Rita with the lead over the Chargers. Welcome back to Arena Sportsnet. St. Rita leading St. Joe's 43-26 at the half. Just about ready to come back here for the second half. The story in that first half, Joel Watts with 21 points. And in our interview before the game, Coach Pingator mentioned maybe it's okay if Jordan Matthews gets his points. We just have to make sure we stop the other guys. Well, it's the other guys who are killing the Chargers tonight. Joel Watts with those 21 points, 5 3-pointers in the second quarter. And Stedman Ihajirika also with 8 points, including 2 3-pointers. Nearly had a four-point play near the end of that first half. He was fouled and made a 3-pointer. Really just some crazy shots that Ihajirika managed to have fall, and the Chargers find themselves trailing by 17 points. But I will say this game is somewhat reminiscent, if you go back earlier in the season, to that St. Lawrence game, the first CCL game of the season for the Chargers. St. Lawrence, a team that also likes to play up and down, a team that also could shoot the three well, and the Chargers found themselves down by quite a bit in that game, certainly in double digits, and were able to come back. Now, they did end up losing that game on a last-second three, but I would not be surprised at all if the Chargers make this game much more interesting in the second half, because the reality is this. You're not going to hit 7 3-pointers in every quarter. Now, certainly the Mustangs have quite a cushion now at 17 points, but I can guarantee you the emphasis from Coach Pingator in that locker room was do not let Joel Watts get an inch of space beyond the three-point line. He's just a sophomore. Has 21 points, scored 17 of them in the second quarter with those 5 3-pointers. And Ihajirika also knocked down a couple of threes in that second quarter. So they cannot allow those two to find any space. It's not going to kill you as much if Cameron Bartman gets his points in the post, whereas if Watts and Ihajirika are still hitting from outside, that's going to take you out of the ballgame. Now, the good news on the offensive end for the Chargers, that Jafari Brown had 10 points in that first half. He was a player who has been a little bit inconsistent lately. Certainly had a tremendous start to the season where he had over a 30-point game and was averaging about 18 a game early on in the season. And tonight looks like a night where he could go for those 20-plus points, and the Chargers may need him to do that to come back in this one as they trail by 17 to start off here in the third quarter, and St. Rita will start with the basketball. They'll inbound from the right side of the floor from midcourt with Jeremiah Oden, and Oden into Matthews in the backcourt. Matthews held to just 4 points in that first half. They go down low to Bartman. It was tipped away by Boyd, and then he was called for the foul. Jordan Boyd, that is his third foul, with 7:50 to play here in the third quarter. So Jordan Boyd will have to be very careful here with those 3 fouls. Here's Oden. Now it's stolen by Aldridge. Aldridge collided with Watts, tipped out of bounds, and St. Joe's will keep it. Heads-up defensive play there by Chance Aldridge stealing away that ball. The Chargers will inbound from the right side under the St. Rita basket. Into Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing. Muhammad to Jalen Boyd. Boyd dribbles back around between the circles. Now Aldridge on the left side. Aldridge setting up the offense to Muhammad, right wing. Now Boyd, free throw line extended. Jumper, can't get the roll. That was halfway down. Rebound is tipped out, and Jordan Boyd has it. Now Jafari Brown will set up the offense. Brown to Muhammad, right wing. Muhammad into Jalen Boyd. Boyd trying to dish down low, tipped around, and then Jordan Boyd gets it off glass and in and draws the foul. He'll go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. 43-28 the score now. Jordan Boyd 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight, and he sinks this one. 43-29 now, and the Chargers bringing a press of their own. It's into Matthews, now in the front court for Watts. Baseline Oden. Oden off glass and in from the baseline as Oden has 4 points now. 45-29 St. Rita. St. Joe's with the ball now. Muhammad dribbles it back around for Aldridge on the left wing. Aldridge in the left corner for Muhammad. Now cross-court pass for Jafari Brown. Brown to Muhammad, right wing. Muhammad for Aldridge. The dish to Boyd, puts it up and in as he got some elevation there. And the nice little finger roll, 45-31. Chargers trail by 14. They were trailing by 17 coming out of the locker room. Here's Gladney. Gladney drives baseline off glass and in. Gladney with 6 points. And a timeout called by Coach Gene Pingator with the score 47-31. St. Rita with a 16-point lead with 6:22 to play here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick 30-second break here on Arena Sportsnet. Stick with us. Welcome back to Arena Sportsnet's coverage of St. Joseph Charger basketball, and we'd like to remind you that tomorrow night is senior night, and we will have coverage as the Chargers take on the old rival, St. Pat's. And that game will be a 7 p.m. tip. We'll begin with the pregame show at 6:45, maybe a little bit earlier depending on senior night festivities, and I will let everybody out there know on social media the exact time we'll go live for tomorrow night as the Chargers host St. Pat's. St. Joe's with the ball now, trailing by 16. Jafari Brown at the midcourt circle with 6:10 to play in the third quarter. To Chance Aldridge on the right side. Zone defense here, the 2-3 zone from St. Rita. Muhammad swings it around for Jalen Boyd's three-pointer on the money. 47-34 the score now. Full court press applied just a bit here by the Chargers as it's Matthews trying to get by Aldridge. Matthews dribbling around the three-point arc, dishes down for Oden. Oden can't get the roll on the baseline. Gladney puts it back up. It's blocked by Boyd. Now Jalen Boyd runs in transition. Up ahead, the dish off to Muhammad with the short little lay-in. It's good. The lead is down to 11, 47-36. But then Matthews responds the other way, puts it off the glass, and drew the foul. He got the bucket, 49-36. And that foul on Jafari Brown, his first, the second on the Chargers here in the second half, as Matthews will look to complete the three-point play. Malik Anderson comes back into the ballgame. Jafari Brown will head to the bench. Matthews relatively quiet in that first half as he makes the free throw. Chargers back with the basketball, trailing by 14, 50-36. Anderson over to Jordan Boyd. Now Chance Aldridge into the right corner. Long jumper is off the mark from Jalen Boyd. Now the full court press, St. Rita. Up ahead, Matthews. Left corner three, short. Rebound by Jordan Boyd. Boyd looking for the outlet pass. Instead, hands off for Anderson. Then Anderson was trying to go for the long pass ahead to Muhammad. Tipped out of bounds. St. Joe's will keep it. 4:48 to play in the third quarter, 50-36. St. Rita with a 14-point lead here on their home court. Aldridge on the right side near the midcourt stripe for Jalen Boyd in the right corner. Now Aldridge right wing, back for Boyd. Right corner three, no, he fakes it. Back for Aldridge. Now Muhammad on the left wing. Over to Anderson, left corner. Dribbles back around for Aldridge. Now Jalen Boyd, long two-point jumper from the right side. He switches it. That's his spot, those baseline jumpers. But now Matthews coming the other way, off the glass and in. And now Jordan Matthews is starting to get going. 52-38 St. Rita. Just over 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Anderson in the right corner for Jordan Boyd. Long two-point jumper. Contact there. Nothing called, as it may have just been blocked. Now St. Rita the other way with Watts. He fakes the three. Now looks to drive. Blocked by Jordan Boyd. Tipped out of bounds. St. Rita will keep it and have the inbound underneath the Chargers basket. Oden with the inbound. Now backing his way in is Gladney. offensive foul? No. They called the foul on St. Joe's. It's on Malik Anderson. That is his second foul. The third on the Chargers as a team here with 3:48 left in the third. Oden, short jumper, can't get the roll. Rebound to Matthews, and then a tie-up. Possession arrow should be pointing the way of St. Joe's, and it is. So the Chargers get the basketball back here. 3:40 to play, 52-38, the Mustangs with the lead. Anderson on the right wing. Now back for Aldridge between the circles, left wing Muhammad. Jordan Boyd, left baseline, looking for his brother Jalen, who found some space. Beautiful cut there by Jalen Boyd. And Boyd, here in this third quarter, starting to get going now. It's stolen away by Jalen Boyd. And a foul is called as Boyd was heading for the basket. That foul on the floor on Joel Watts, his second. And the second on St. Rita as a team. 52-40 the score. Chargers trying to get this lead down to 10 or maybe single digits here on this possession. Muhammad will inbound from the left side in the front court into Aldridge. 3:10 to play here in the third. Anderson on the right wing. Anderson looking for a pass. Now dishes for Jordan Boyd, left wing for Aldridge. Aldridge left corner. Jordan Boyd backing his way in. Triple teamed, and he is fouled. The zone defense for St. Rita has been swarming to the basketball. That is the third on St. Rita as a team, as the foul is called on Ihajirika. Inbounds passes into Jalen Boyd, just beyond the three-point arc on the left side. Now Aldridge on the right wing. Top of the key, Jordan Boyd. Looking for Muhammad on the left wing. He'll drive with the basketball. Back out, Jalen Boyd. Top of the key, three. Got it! Jalen Boyd is on fire in the third quarter, folks. He has 10 points here in the third alone, and a timeout is taken by St. Rita as the lead has been cut to 9. 52-43 with 2:40 to play in the third. Jalen Boyd with 15 points on the night already. And here in this third quarter, what a performance it's been from Jalen Boyd. By my count, he has 10 points in this third quarter as the Chargers have cut that lead to 9 points. It was 17 at the half as St. Rita put on a shooting display in that second quarter. They made 7 threes in the second, but the Chargers have come out of the locker room well, and they have outscored St. Rita here in this third quarter, 17-9. 2:40 to play here in the third. Key possession here for St. Rita with that 9-point lead. They'd love to get it back up over double digits, and if the Chargers can get a stop here, things really get interesting. And still plenty of time left in this one with 2:40 to play in the third quarter. As I said at the half, just have a feeling that St. Joe's was going to crawl their way back into this one. Still have a ways to go, though, as they trail by 9. St. Rita with the ball with Matthews. Matthews dribbles between the circles, now to the right side. On the right wing, up to the top of the key now with Watts. Watts has been the star of the night with 21, but he's been held scoreless here in the third quarter. Now it'll be Oden for 3 on the left wing. Short rebound and a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing the way of St. Rita, as it was Anderson and Gladney who were tied up there, battling for the rebound. 2:18 to play, 52-43. St. Rita with the lead in the basketball. They'll inbound from underneath the Chargers basket on the right side. Looking for the pass in, can't find anybody. It could be stolen, and it is by Anderson, and he was fouled. As Anderson had it in the front court, Ihajirika called for the foul. His second, the fourth on St. Rita as a team, as Millender will check in for Jordan Matthews. So St. Joe's with a chance to really dig into this lead here. Aldridge setting up the offense. Muhammad on the left wing now. Top of the key, Anderson between the circles. Right wing, Jalen Boyd, the star of this quarter. 10 points in the third quarter. Jordan Boyd at the top of the key. The handoff for Muhammad. Muhammad dribbling in on Watts. Looking for some space. Muhammad turns for Boyd. He fakes the three, and he's called for a travel. It'll go back to St. Rita. 1:50 to play in the third. The Mustangs have that 9-point lead, 52-43. Millender with the basketball in the backcourt, guarded by Muhammad. Millender brings it up on the left side. Now Millender on the left wing. Looking for a pass stolen by Jordan Boyd. Dishes off for Anderson. Anderson will bring it over midcourt for the Chargers. 1:30 to play in the third. Left wing, Jordan Boyd. Boyd looking for a cross-court pass to his brother, Jalen. Jalen Boyd on the right wing. Now dishes down underneath to Jordan Boyd, his brother. Can't get the shot to go from in close. Nearly stole it away off of the rebound, but here come the Mustangs. 1:10 to play in the third. Rita leads it by 9, and they have the ball here. Watts driving all the way to the hoop. Acrobatic lay-in attempt, and somehow he gets it to go. Joel Watts, the star of the night for St. Rita, has the lead back up to 11, but here comes Jordan Boyd with a great response, driving all the way to the bucket. It's been all Boyd twins. They've combined for 17 here in the third quarter for the Chargers. Odin underneath for St. Rita. He gets it off glass and in. 56-45, 40 seconds to play in the third. St. Rita with the 11-point lead. Aldridge on the left wing. Looking for Jordan Boyd. It's tipped by Ihajirika and out of bounds. 31 seconds to play in the third. St. Joe's with the basketball. As Jordan Matthews will come back onto the floor, Joel Watts will head to the bench. Watts has 23 on the night. .30 seconds to play in the third. Ahmad Muhammad brings it into the front court. Muhammad dribbling between the circles. 20 seconds to play here in the third. Chargers trail by 11. Now down to 15 seconds. Jafari Brown. Brown crosses over, spins, tries to get to the basket, off glass, can't get it to go. Rebound, he has his own. Dishes off for Jordan Boyd, off the glass, got the roll, and he was fouled. He'll go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. How about Jordan Boyd in this quarter? Already with 9 in the quarter, looking for 10 if he can nail this free throw. 4.6 to play in the third. Boyd sinks it. Make it another three-point play. He has 2 three-point plays in the third. St. Rita the other way with Matthews. Matthews puts up a shot at the buzzer for 3. Well short. We'll go to the fourth quarter. 56-48 the score. The Chargers trail by just 8. They outscore the Mustangs in that third quarter. They were trailing by 17. They outscore the Mustangs by 9 in that third quarter. The lead is just 8 as we head to the fourth. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. Well, it was all about the Boyd twins in that third quarter. They combined for 20 points in the quarter. 20 of the 22 points in that third quarter came from Jalen and Jordan Boyd. The other 2 came from Ahmad Muhammad. How about that? This team really showing they have so many offensive weapons. It was Jafari Brown in that first half, and now the Boyd twins really starting to get going here as both Boyd twins have 15 points. They've combined for 30 on the ball game. They combined for 20 in that third quarter alone. So we're here in the fourth quarter, 56-48, an 8-point lead for St. Rita. But St. Joe's will start with the ball here, a chance to make it a 2-possession game if they can score here. Anderson will inbound from the left side to Muhammad into the backcourt. Muhammad will bring it over the midcourt stripe for the Chargers. Now it's Jordan Boyd on the left wing. Boyd looking for a pass, finds his brother Jalen. Jalen Boyd dribbles around, back for Jafari Brown. Brown for Anderson. To Jalen Boyd, in for Jordan Boyd, close, off glass and in with the left hand. 17 points for Jordan Boyd. It's a 6-point game, 56-50. 7:30 to play here in this one. Matthews dribbles around between the circles. Now the left wing, miscommunication, the pass out of bounds. The Chargers will take over, trailing by just 6. It is getting really interesting here at St. Rita as Joel Watts checks back in for the Mustangs. Brown with the inbounds to Muhammad in the backcourt. Watts applying backcourt pressure on Muhammad. Muhammad will bring it over the midcourt stripe. Now it's to Jalen Boyd on the right wing. Boyd guarded tightly, tried to get it to his brother. It's stolen away by Ihajarika. So the Mustangs will take back over with 7 minutes to play. 56-50, St. Rita with the lead. They led by 17 at the half. Chargers have cut it to 6. Watts on the left wing. Looking for a pass here for Falk. Now in the corner, Millender. Right corner guarded by Jalen Boyd. They're back for Watts on the right wing. Watts guarded by Muhammad. Not giving him any room to breathe as Watts had 21 points in the first half. Now Watts able to drive to the basket. Puts up an acrobatic shot, and he is fouled. He's made a couple of those tonight. This one he didn't get to go, but he does draw the foul. He'll go to line for 2. 23 points total for Joel Watts on the evening. Had 21 in that first half, including 5 3-pointers. And he makes the first free throw. 57-50, 6:32 to play. Second free throw from Watts. Got the roll on that one. 58-50. Muhammad with the inbounds to Jafari Brown. Brown dribbling up the right side. And a foul is called on Watts as there was some contact there. That is the third foul on Watts. And the 6th on St. Rita as a team. So the next foul will put St. Joe's in the bonus. Brown on the right wing to Jordan Boyd. Free throw line extended. Corner 3, Muhammad. He got it! 5-point game. 58-53, just over 6 minutes to play. Millender dribbling around to the right side. Now it's Gladney with it near the top of the key. Gladney for Ihajarika. Top of the key, Watts, guarded by Anderson. Watts looking for a screen, finding space on the left side, drives the lane off the glass, partially blocked. Jalen Boyd has it. Chargers moving in transition. Jafari Brown looking for the dish to Muhammad, and he is called for the charge as he was looking for the pass there. No, wait a minute. Initially called a charge. It's actually a block, and now Jafari Brown will go to the line. (58-53), 5:46 to play. The 1-and-1 here for Jafari Brown. Makes the first free throw. It's down to a 4-point lead for St. Rita. And I can tell you this, all the pressure's on the Mustangs. They led by 17 at the half, and Brown sinks the second free throw. It's a one-possession game. 58-55, 5:40 to play. Millender with the basketball on the right wing. Millender cross-court pass for Watts on the left side. Watts trying to drive the lane. Floater, and he just got the roll. Looked to me like that wasn't going in, but it rolled all the way around the rim and fell. 60-55, lead back up to 5 for St. Rita. Muhammad ahead to Anderson on the right side. Cross-court pass, Jafari Brown's 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Jordan Boyd puts it back up. Can't get that to go. Tipped again. Tip drill here. Boyd has an offensive rebound, and now a foul is called. Looked to me like 3 offensive rebounds at least on that possession for St. Joe's, and now Jordan Boyd will go to the line. 8th foul on St. Rita as Jeremiah Oden comes back to the floor for Gladner. or a glad knee, rather. 1-1 here for Jordan Boyd. The front end. Nothing but net. 60-56, 5:05 to play. Chargers trail by just 4. They've trailed by as many as 17 in this one. Second free throw from Jordan Boyd. Rattles around and in. 60-57. Lead back down to 3. Falk in the right corner. Now to Watts near the midcourt circle. Under 5 minutes to play. Watts drives the left side off glass. No good. Rebound to Jordan Boyd. Chargers have a chance to cut it to 1 or tie it up on this possession. Jalen Boyd brings it over midcourt. Boyd nearly lost the ball. Able to regain possession. The Chargers can settle things down here. 4:40 to play. They trail by 3. Anderson on the left wing, well beyond the three-point arc to Muhammad at the top of the key. He dribbles around to the right side for Jafari Brown on the right wing. Brown looking for a pass to Anderson, fakes the 3, back for Brown. 4:20 to play. Anderson, right corner 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Ahmad Muhammad. The offensive rebounding has been tremendous here in the fourth quarter for the Chargers. 4:15 to play. The dish, they're looking in for Jordan Boyd. Jump ball is the call. Possession arrow pointing the way of St. Rita, so they take back over with 4:10 to play. As Cameron Bartman comes back onto the floor for St. Rita. Hadn't seen him in a while. They were limiting his minutes for the big man at 6'8", but they need him on the floor with the struggles St. Rita's had rebounding the ball on the defensive end. But the Mustangs have it with just over 4 to play in the 3-point lead. Here's Matthews near the midcourt circle, trying to cross over on Aldridge, trying to find some space on the right wing. Looking for a screen. Now he's at the top of the key, trying to dish. It's stolen away by Jalen Boyd. There was some contact there, but it's stolen away by the Mustangs. Now a putback attempt on a short jumper. No good. And then what a play there by Jalen Boyd, hustling. Threw it off a St. Rita player, out of bounds. The Chargers will take over after a chaotic sequence. 3:40 to play in the fourth. 3-point game. St. Rita with the lead. Jafari Brown dribbling between the circles. Brown on the left side, Aldridge. 3:30 to play. Anderson, right side now, Boyd. Boyd looking for a pass on the right wing. Goes to the top of the key to his twin brother, Jordan. Now Aldridge. Right wing well beyond the 3-point line. Chargers taking their time here offensively. Now Jalen Boyd thought about the jumper, nearly lost the basketball, could get tied up here. Timeout is called. A very smart timeout there by Coach Gene Pingator as Jalen Boyd nearly lost the basketball. 3:12 to play, 60-57. St. Rita clinging on to that 3-point lead. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. Don't tune away for what should be a thrilling finish. .3:12 to play. St. Rita leading 60-57 over the Chargers. They had a 17-point lead at the half. The Chargers have cut it down to 3, largely due to the play of the Boyd twins here in this second half, especially Jordan Boyd coming up with 3 separate 3-point plays here in the fourth quarter. Also, Jalen Boyd hit a couple of 3-pointers in that third quarter. Ahmad Muhammad came up with a clutch 3 here in the fourth. 3-point game. St. Joe's has the ball coming out of that timeout. A smart timeout by the Chargers as Jalen Boyd was nearly tied up, and it would have gone back to St. Rita. The inbounds is into the backcourt for Jafari Brown with just over 3 minutes to play. Brown crosses over and brings it over midcourt. On the right side now, Aldridge. Near half court, dribbles back around to the middle of the floor. Left wing, Malik Anderson, back for Aldridge, near the midcourt circle. Aldridge dribbles around to the right side, back for Anderson, right corner. Anderson dribbling around the 3-point arc for Brown, top of the key. Brown just inside the 3-point line, looking for Jalen Boyd, spinning his way, a lot of contact. They call a travel. A travel is called on Jalen Boyd as he may have been contacted there by a couple of defenders, but traveling's the call. 2:44 to play. 3-point lead for St. Rita. Matthews brings it over half court for the Mustangs. Guarded tightly by Anderson as he sets up the offense with 2:30 to play. Anderson dribbles around to the left side. Oden thought about the three from the left wing, decided against it. Gave for Bartman at the top of the key. Bartman spinning his way for Oden. Oden on the right baseline. Back out Matthews. Mustangs taking their time here. 3-point lead, 2:15 to play, 60-57. Millender going to drive baseline. Foul is called on the floor. That's just the 5th on the Chargers. And it's called on Chance Aldridge, his first. As Ahmad Muhammad will come back onto the floor for Aldridge. Oden into Gladney. Now Matthews controlling near the midcourt circle. 2 minutes to play. 3-point lead for St. Rita. Matthews on the right wing. Looking for a pass here. Now he dribbles around to the left wing. Almost lost the ball briefly. And a timeout is called by St. Rita with 1:52 to play in what has been another exhilarating Chicago Catholic League game. What else has happened this season, especially with St. Joe's? Game after game of thriller. For the Chargers, Jordan Boyd, the leading scorer with 19 points. Jalen Boyd with 15. Jafari Brown with 12. Ahmad Muhammad with 9 as well. For St. Rita, Joel Watts with 27. The sophomore has come up with an electric scoring performance. Had 21 in that first half. He's been held to just 6 here in the second half, but still, you have to give a lot of credit to the sophomore for putting up those kind of numbers as such a young player. Certainly one of the more exciting games we've seen here this season, and there have been a number of them, but have to give so much credit already to the Chargers coming back from 17 down, but they still haven't been able to come all the way back. The lowest they've cut the lead, 3 points, and that's where it sits right now for St. Rita, and they have the ball coming out of this timeout. St. Rita will inbound it from underneath, or rather from the sideline right near their own bench, coming out of this timeout. Millender will inbound it for the Mustangs. On the floor for the Chargers, Muhammad, the Boyd twins, Jafari Brown, and Malik Anderson. Millender into the backcourt for Matthews. 1:50 to play, 3-point lead for St. Rita. Matthews dribbles around to the right side, trying to find an open man. Still controlling. Dribbles back around near the top of the key for Millender. Millender on the left side, 1:35 to play. Millender looking for a pass. Being bothered by Muhammad. Now he dribbles back around to midcourt, facing pressure, and he had to call timeout. It was nearly 5 seconds there. They needed that timeout. 1:29 to play. Strategy here for the Mustangs, just trying to hold onto the ball and run out the clock. At some point, of course, the Chargers would hope to force the turnover, get the steal, but at some point you have to think about when do you commit the foul. Right now, the Chargers have just 5 fouls. They've committed just 5, so they have to commit 2 to put St. Rita on the free throw line. But with 1:29 to play, I would say you could still get away with about 40 seconds at least of going for that steal. 40 seconds of defensive pressure, but then at that point you may have to think about putting them on the free throw line with that 3-point lead. St. Rita will inbound from the right side in the front court. Millender is the inbounds man and gets it into Watts in the backcourt. Watts guarded by Anderson for the Chargers. Watts brings it over the half-court stripe. Watts on the right side. He's been the star tonight with 27. Now it's at the top of the key with Millender. Millender guarded by Muhammad, facing pressure. Foul is called off the basketball on Jalen Boyd. Second foul on Jalen Boyd, the 6th on the Chargers on the team. So the next foul puts St. Rita in the bonus. 1:14 to play, 3-point lead for the Mustangs, and they have the ball inbounding from the left sideline near their own bench. Into Watts. He brings it over half court on that left corner near the sideline. Has to be careful there with Anderson guarding him tightly. Watts trying to find some space looking for a pass, a minute to play now. Almost stolen away. Jalen Boyd got in front of it, but Matthews still has it with 55 seconds left now. Watts facing a double team, now down to 50 seconds. Watts on the right wing, crossing over against Boyd, looking for the pass down to Bartman. Now they dish back out for Matthews. Matthews with a little bit of space near the free throw line. St. Rita just trying to dribble it out, and St. Joe's has to commit a foul at some point. 38 seconds, and finally the foul is committed with 36.5 to play. It'll be a 1-and-1 here for the Mustangs. That's on Jalen Boyd, his third. Jordan Matthews is at the line, and not the man you want to put on the line, the star player for the Mustangs. But the front end is the key with the 3-point lead here for St. Rita. And he got it to go. It looked like it was nearly going to roll out, but it just fell. 61-57 with 36.5 to play. Second free throw from Matthews. Can't get that one. Rebound by Jalen Boyd. 35 seconds. Chargers trail by 4. 61-57. Jalen Boyd looking for the pass. It was tipped out of bounds by St. Rita. St. Joe's will keep it in the front court with 28.5 to play. Anderson on the left side will inbound it for the Chargers. Anderson into Muhammad with 25 seconds. Muhammad crossing over, driving to the basket, off glass and in with the left hand. 2-point game. 20 seconds to play. And what's the call here? Injured player, and it's Jordan Matthews. 20 seconds to play. No, the timeout was called by St. Joe's, but Jordan Matthews was limping his way after that basket was made by Muhammad. 20 seconds, and a great timeout call by Coach Pingator here to set up this press, try to force a steal, trailing by 2 with 20.8 to play. Again, the incredible comeback effort from the Chargers. They trailed by 17 at the half. They have cut it down to 2 here after that basket by Ahmad Muhammad. I'm looking at the sideline here. Jordan Matthews is in excruciating pain. He headed right to a seat on the bench. It looks like that right leg they're looking at might be that right knee. You really hate to see that, especially this late in the ball game. The star player for St. Rita, and Jordan Matthews, the senior, in a lot of pain right now. He's being looked at by a trainer on the sideline, so you hope the best for him, especially in his senior year. Looks to me like it's somewhere on that right leg that he injured on that last basket by Muhammad. But St. Rita will have the ball. They'll have to inbound from underneath their own basket. You'd assume the Chargers will set up a full court press trying to get the steal here. They trail by 2. 61-59, 20.8 to play. Raymond Falk will inbound it for St. Rita. And Jordan Boyd will guard the inbound on the baseline. Boyd waving his arms up and down, trying to disrupt this inbounds pass. Boyd with those long arms with the 6'6" height. They get it into Gladney. Now it's Falk. Falk is fouled as he had the ball there with 17.2 to play. It's a 1-and-1 still, as that was just the 8th foul on the Chargers with 17 to play. That's on Malik Anderson, his 4th. And again, the 8th on the Chargers. The 1-and-1 for Raymond Falk, the front end, the key one. 61-59. First free throw from Falk. Got it to go. Off the front of the rim and in. First point of the night for Raymond Falk. 62-59, 17 seconds left. Second free throw, trying to make it a 2-possession game. Got that one as well. Clutch free throws from Raymond Falk. It's a 4-point game, 17 seconds. Chargers have to move very quickly here on offense, trailing by 4. Inbounds is into Jafari Brown with 15. Brown knows he has to hurry. Brown trying to find space, dribbles behind his back, off to Jordan Boyd underneath the basket, looking to dish back out. They called him for a travel. Called for a travel with 8 seconds to play. And that should about do it for this one with 8 seconds left, but St. Rita will take a timeout. And the travel could be the final nail in the coffin for St. Joe's after a tremendous comeback effort. Again, they were down by 17 points at the half. Cut the lead all the way down to 2 here in the final minutes. But right now it's looking like they'll need a miracle. Down by 4 with 8 seconds. St. Rita has the ball after the travel call on Jordan Boyd. Well, for the Chargers, they're going to need a Reggie Miller style right here. Quick steal and a 2, and then another steal and another 2. Going back to that game in Madison, of course, Reggie Miller hit a couple of threes there, but it'll have to be something like that. Or if you go back to Northern Iowa in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago, something like that. As St. Rita has the ball, they go for the long pass ahead to Watts. He has it in the front court for 2. He can't get the lay-in. 5 seconds left, out of bounds off St. Rita. It's down to 4 seconds. So 4 seconds left. Chargers trail by 4. So they need the 4-point play with 4 seconds. They're going to have to put up a 3 and try to get fouled. Timeout is called. There is a chance. Crazier things have happened. The Chargers need to find a way to force that contact without making it look too intentional and also make the 3 at the same time. They don't have enough time for 2 possessions here with 4 seconds. Just not enough for 2. They have to get that 4-point play to tie it up. 63-59, St. Rita with the 4-point lead with 4 seconds to play. In what has been another tremendous basketball game between 2 of the top teams in the Chicago Catholic League. And the intensity in this game on this floor, you can sense it all night long. These players giving their all. Chargers will have to inbound from underneath their own basket. They'll have to go the length of the floor and then somehow come up with a 4-point play. Malik Anderson will be the inbounds man. Anderson into Ahmad Muhammad. Muhammad with 3. Muhammad dribbling. Trying to find a way with 1 second. They don't even touch him. He hits the 3 at the buzzer to make it a 1-point game, but it didn't matter as St. Rita smartly stayed away from him. The final score, St. Rita 63 and the St. Joseph's Chargers 62. But once again, the comeback effort by the St. Joseph Chargers should be commended in this ballgame. They outscore St. Rita in that second half, just couldn't quite come away with the victory. They outscored St. Rita 36-20 in the second half, but they come up just 1 point short as Ahmad Muhammad hit the 3 at the buzzer. But St. Rita escapes with a 63-62 victory. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us here tonight on arenasportsnet.com. Thank you to the St. Joseph Basketball Alumni Association, Mark Cisetti, Athletic Director Bruce DeSanto, and Head Coach Gene Pingator. For all of us here at Arena Sportsnet, I'm Connor Klingen saying so long from St. Rita High School, where the final score is the St. Rita Mustangs 63 and the St. Joseph Chargers 62. Join us tomorrow night as the Chargers host St. Patrick's for senior night. Coverage will begin at 6:45 with the Coach Gene Pingator Show. Thanks again, and have a great night.